Hi, Bob the Canadian here. Sometimes when you know you're going to have an English conversation, it's a good idea to think about the things that you're going to talk about. One thing that's really easy to talk about is to ask people about some of their favorite things. In this video, I'll help you learn some English questions and responses to be able to talk about your favorite things and to be able to ask people about theirs. Hey, welcome to this video. If this is your first time here, don't forget to click the red subscribe button below. And as you watch the video, don't be afraid to leave a comment or to give me a thumbs up at some point along the way. So, you're going to be having a conversation in English, and it's a good idea to plan some things to talk about in advance. One of the easiest things to plan for is to be able to ask people about their favorite things and be ready to answer with your favorite things. So let's look at a few of them. The first thing you might ask someone is, what is your favorite color? A faster version of that question would be, what's your favorite color? And in reverse, someone may ask you the same question, what's your favorite color? So let's look at what my favorite color is. Here's how I would answer if you asked me that question. Hey, Bob the Canadian, what's your favorite color? My favorite color is orange. But we shouldn't just stop there. If you ask someone about their favorite color, or if someone asks you about it, you should be able to also ask why and answer why. So why is orange my favorite color? Well, orange is my favorite color because when I was really little in school, the teacher was asking everyone what their favorite color was, and no one was saying orange, and I kind of felt bad. So I said orange was my favorite color. As you can tell, it still is today. If you look at my thumbnails and my YouTube channel, it's all in orange. It's still one of my favorite colors. Another thing when talking about favorites that's very common to ask is, what's your favorite place? What's your favorite place to go? And to answer, you would say, my favorite place to go is. So let's do this. Let's ask me, Bob the Canadian, what is your favorite place to go? Well, my favorite place to go, of all things, is nowhere. My favorite place to go is to go home. So when I'm somewhere else, my favorite place is to be home. Another thing that you can ask people about, or someone may ask you about, is, what is your favorite food? What's your favorite food? If someone was to ask me this question, I would say, my favorite food is pizza. I have loved pizza for a very, very long time. And if someone was to ask, why, Bob the Canadian, is pizza your favorite food? Or why is pizza your favorite food? I would have to say, when I was a little kid, again, on Friday nights, my mom would make homemade pizza. And we would get to eat homemade pizza. And it was very, very, very tasty. So for my whole life, I have always loved pizza. Another thing that people may ask you about in terms of favorites, or you may ask someone else, is, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite TV show? So many of us go see movies. Many of us have seen movies that we liked. We have seen movies that we didn't like. But sometimes there's movies that are our favorites. If someone was to ask me, hey, Bob the Canadian, what's your favorite movie? I would have to say my favorite movie is any of the Lord of the Rings movies. In particular, I like the very first Lord of the Rings movie. So if someone was to ask, hey, Bob the Canadian, what's your favorite movie? I would say the Lord of the Rings. Another thing that people might ask, in addition to what's your favorite movie, is, who is your favorite actor or actress? Who's your favorite actor, Bob the Canadian? I would have to say my favorite actor is Matt Damon. Most movies that have Matt Damon in it are movies that I have liked. In particular, I liked all of the Jason Bourne movies, and I really liked the movie The Martian. So Matt Damon is my favorite actor. Why is he my favorite actor? I think because I like action movies. I like movies where there's a really fast, good storyline, and usually Matt Damon is in those kinds of movies. The last question that people might ask about your favorites is, who's your favorite person? Now, this is a tricky one because you have to be careful when you're talking about who your favorite person is. My favorite person in the world is my wife. For obvious reasons. I don't think I need to give any. But people might ask things like, who's your favorite student? To which I would not give an answer because I don't think it's a good idea to choose favorites among students. If someone was to ask me, which of your children is your favorite? I would probably just say, I love them all equally. So that's a number of questions about favorites and a number of answers that I've given about favorites. Your job now is to think about, if you had to answer those questions, how would you answer them? Bob the Canadian here, Learn English with Bob the Canadian. If you appreciated this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please click the red subscribe button below. Leave a comment, leave a question below, and I'll be happy to answer them. And I'll see you in the next video.